Welcome, everyone. Akasha here. Namaste. Happy day to you. And welcome to the Infinite Show. I'm going to bring you a nice, short spiritual weather report because it's the new moon this week. And excuse me, I just had some pineapple. It was awesome. And the energies are coming together to cause what I call or create what I call tiny doorways. So I like to talk about, and I'm going to do both the meditation and this in this one. So I wanted to tell you about two opportunities to come with me. The first one is, let's do this one. This one is coming up very quickly. If you feel drawn to this, it's a soul call. I know that this is very special. We are going to activate the land, the temples, the sacred feminine. We're going to reconnect to the umbilical cord of Gaia. We're going to awaken the sacred feminine. We're going to get messages and downloads and reawaken the intuition and the respect and wealth that is here for light workers, for healers, for all forms of oracles and psychics. It doesn't matter if you don't do that as a job, you're waking up. And so go to the shop, check it out. Let me know. It's October 1st. And so I hope I will see you there. And I'm super excited because in May of next year, I'm going back for a longer trip with Joan of Angels. These are the dates. If you go to nanakasha.com/Greece, you'll see that. So let's look. The new moon has a lot of elements, and the new moon is very close. And we're in Virgo, and it's at 21 degrees. If that's relevant to you, take a look at your chart. And it is bringing change. So we have to understand a couple of the elements to understand how to use the energy, what we might be feeling, and how to optimize this for our highest good. Listen to your inner authority. Take time to absorb the medicine from nature. Please bring more sacredness into your life and stop trying to make decisions from pushing and forcing and anything outside of your own authority. So I'm really excited because I'm teaching, I'm using some of my soul profile kinds of things that are really fun, and they're coming in a whole new way. So I used to do them. I'm going to share that with you soon. And the elements of a new moon are always the same. In one way as a container, okay? The moon is filled with divine feminine energy, primarily because it is a receiver of light from the sun and a reflector. So we receive this divine energy because she's willing to receive. And in a new moon, we don't see the moon. It means the sun and the moon are right there. They're together. Oh my goodness, they're dancing, or they're holding each other, or they're having the best friend conversation, okay? So this means that the moon is blocked by the sun, right? Or is not reflecting the sun because the sun's right on the other side of it. It doesn't mean the sun doesn't exist. And for us, it means that we're in the dark. So you don't want to be too consumed if you feel like a little bit you're in the dark, or you want to snuggle up and you don't want to go anywhere. You want to get into that womb because this is seed planting season. And the next 2 weeks are going to be, what are you focused on tending? What is the intentional energy you're going to bring into your day, to the way you walk, talk, hold yourself, the choices you make? If you make different choices in the next few weeks, when you walk through the equinox portal, your life is going to be dramatically different, dramatically. And then there's the eclipse in October. So the new moon this time is affected by Mercury. Mercury has been in retrograde, is going direct soon, and means right now it's in its shadow phase, or it's stationary. So think about your messenger, right? Your messages from God, your messages from your higher self, your messages from your spirit guides, from your body elemental. These are coming to you through Mercury, the orientation. Mercury's been going, let's review, let's look back, let's renew, let's release, let's re. And it's getting ready to go, let's go forward, let's move forward, let's see what's new. The key thing right now is what's new, what's different, because we have Uranus is the planet of change. It wants transformation, it wants awakening, and it wants to force it, and it's unexpected often, and it's very impactful, but it's fun because it's a trine, and a trine is kind of good luck, positive energy, makes things flow very easily. So think about this. Then Virgo is bringing change, but Virgo likes things to be detail oriented, within the lines, organized, is willing to be very meticulous. So again, we're still stationary because of Mercury, looking, maybe pausing, just getting ready for the next big step forward. Okay. So details is going to be important. Is it the details of your money, or the details of how you spend your time, or the details of what you think of yourself, or the details of something you want? However, you are truly not taking the action or listening to the guidance. And maybe you know it, and then you're judging yourself and you're staying in a spin of depression. You need to break that, look at the details, okay? Small movements, reviewing what you're doing with your minutes, your brain power, your love, and then not getting caught up in it, but more like you're surveying it. And then the new moon. Wow, poking me. Wow. Is what is all this about? Is opening tiny doorways. That's what I was looking for. So the detail of the tiny, looking not at the big picture, not being overwhelmed by something, not trying to take a whole thing on, just saying, what's the next step? Buy my ticket. What's the next step? Move everything off the desk and then start fresh. What's the next step? Go for a walk, get outside, breathe some fresh air, move the body, stop sitting in front of the computer. Oh my goodness, this is giving me a shock. Wow, that's a very different experience for me. Let me try moving it and see if that's better. It's brand new. Hopefully it's working well. So now, tiny doorways. Let me explain doorways quickly. Your soul has a plan. You were a part of designing it. It's encoded into every aspect of you. It's in your mind, and it's in your chakras, and it's in your cells, and your DNA, and in your 5D DNA, and all the layers of your life body. And you can't access all of it. And some other programs are there too, saying, don't speak up, your head will be chopped off. Don't do this, you'll lose all your money. Don't do that, people won't like you, and so on and so forth. And that's our conditioning. And all these things are starting to break down and melt. So what happens when your soul wants your attention? It's what I call a soul trigger, and it opens a tiny doorway to you suddenly feeling different, realizing that this isn't the right relationship, this isn't the right job, this just isn't the right way of thinking about myself. I had a client who came to a retreat, but before that we were doing one-on-one, and I did a deep session with him, and he came out of it and he said, no, was it? I think it was, no, it was because of the retreat. And it was a Mayan retreat here in the pyramids with the dolphins and everything. And he came out of it and he looked at me and he said, wow, I don't understand why I'm acting the way I am in my life, because he came back as a different person. He came back as a higher aspect of himself. He no longer believed he had to chase people down or cater to people or not feel good enough or whatever it is. And he came in like, why would I act like that? And just step into the flow of his life and lead it forward. That's a doorway. The tiny doorway was him meeting me, and then meeting me, we start to become friends, his wife and I, and me and Chris. And then one day during dinner at a restaurant, they came over and said, we want you to be our business coach. We want you to be our spiritual advisor. And so then I went into working with them, and then I had the retreat and so on and so forth. So all these things changed. And the tiny doorway of just meeting me at it was a get together at a bar, and for expats, because I live in Mexico. And so those tiny doorways are opening all the time, your soul, but you don't know what they might lead to. You don't know right now. And yet you're conditioned to want to know, to need to know, to have to know. I can't take a step without knowing the outcome. I can't take a step if I don't know where this is going to come from, the time or the money or whatever. So all of these things are tiny doorways opening constantly in your life. And when you follow your bliss, when you stop listening to fear, you stop pushing and chasing, you start being who you were designed to be, then the tiny doorways will open and you'll see them. Now, it could be a magical mentor. It could be a demon that from your past lives that you carry around, your fear of ever really speaking up or ever doing anything for yourself because something bad might happen. So when these tiny doorways open, what a beautiful time to take the hard work, reliability, intelligence, and meticulous detail orientedness of Virgo to come in and actually be a support in organizing what you've dug up during Leo season in August, what you've let go of, and what you are now stepping into. What could you be moving into? Because we're having a little bit of peace and harmony. We're having the new moon. We're having the luck, but it's also transformation of Uranus. And we're having Mercury kind of come out of making us review, and we've come out of Venus retrograde, and Jupiter is in retrograde, and that expands everything. So if your desire to release or review, your desire to remember or renew, your desire to something is expanding in one area, that's probably Jupiter, but in the dark, you don't know. So you want to receive it with love. Let the womb of the earth and the sun and the moon forming this unbelievable bond, this family, let it be around you, okay? Now, the next thing is that the stationary phase, the messages are going to be accurate. The next thing in our spiritual weather report today is in our meditation in a minute, not our mediation, we will harness the powers of the new moon, plant our soul seeds for the next month, including the equinox, and allow Virgo to help you see the small parts of your life, how they need to be cleaned and realized. So we've got Uranus, the planet of change and awakening, forming a trine, nice luck. We've got Virgo doing her detail-oriented thing like we just discussed. And we have Mercury going direct, and we have Jupiter retrograde, and we have the new moon. And now I saw these things, and I'm fascinated when the Earth is going through massive Earth changes, because it means we are too. So if you've had anything going on in your life, think about this. This whatever this Kilauea Pele volcano in the Big Island of Hawaii is apparently one of the most active ones, but it's erupting, and it's the third time in 2023, and it's a big friggin' deal. And there was a 6.8. That's big. I used to live where there were earthquake in Morocco, and they've had over almost 3,000 deaths. This is an actual picture from these people of the lava in Hawaii. So what does that mean? If it's happening in Gaia, if it's happening in the earth, it's happening in us because we have bodies. It's happening in everything in form. It's affecting the energies in the celestials. And that means, are we erupting? And what are we erupting? Well, in general, this is old shit that's been melted together, and it's new earth. And it's pouring out saying, I'm ready to create something new. So this is everything that you've been chewing on and bringing up. It's spitting it out now. Wow, right? Pretty wow. So as you come in, you're going to feel that there may be an aspect of you that's doing this. And yes, it can be painful. It can be scary. It can be whatever. And it can also be, wow, how powerful to free myself from all that old shit, let it all melt into one flow. Okay. And then now give it permission to flow from me to form a new reality, to form my reality, to form my planet that I'm designed in my soul and every aspect of my life body to create. There isn't any way for you not to be you. Okay. So that's it, my friends, for the spiritual weather report. So we're going to have a quick meditation, and please join me. We're going to have this new moon meditation. So I thought I had another picture. No. Okay. So well, we could just look at this. How fabulous is this? Chris created this for me. So let's go ahead. Take a deep breath in. Yes. Okay, we're going to release that. And as you let the breath go, you want to come into the moment. You watch the breath, you feel it, you sense it, and you hold it. And where do you hold it? And what does it look like? And is it expanding? Are visions coming out of it? Is it a color? Is it hot? Just turn it into a sensory receiver. And when you let it go, notice if I ask you to let it go in a particular way, or if you naturally let it go in a particular way. So I'm downloading massive, massive amounts of images of ancient Egypt, ancient Sumeria, huge, huge, huge things, almost like carved mountains with scaffolding, like people are discovering or cleaning these enormous beings. Some of them are sphinxes, look very Sumerian. Some of them are gods and goddesses, big faces. So take another deep breath in now, bring it up your nose, slowly watch it and allow it to pour over your forehead, soaking in through the brain, into the glands, through the 6th and 7th chakras, and let it go, allowing it to flow through all of the chakras down and up. I enter this sacred space in reverence, presence, and love. I enter this new moon temple, and I free myself from the past and all the energies that live within me that are complete. I let them be buried. I let them be planted. I let them be welcomed and surrounded by the new earth energies of Gaia. I ask that Pele, in whatever way this volcanic divine energy of Gaia is reflected in me, that I see and receive it, that I work with it. I am ready to create my own reality the way that I was designed. Take a deep breath in. I call on Mercury, standing still in this sacred space with you. You feel the space expand. We're face to face with Hermes, Mercury, whatever way this messenger is here. Still together, our hearts will beat. Still together, we soar through the clouds in to the moon, the sun, and the temple of this moment, the temple that holds the tiny doorway. You soar up and out. You feel your body relax. You move out of the physical. You slip and watch and sense and feel as you slip through your crown center and are embraced in the solar disk. Thoth, Sekhmet, Isis, Hathor, all of these and more. You now relax, give yourself permission to enter this temple of the new moon. The beautiful maiden, the water bearer, is there waiting for you. She pours over you crystalline waters. You receive them as they nourish you, and you enter the new moon temple, dark, yet welcoming, comforting. Mercury and Hermes walk with you. The maiden washes the path in crystal waters, flow across the crystalline floors. You sense that everything is made from crystal. The smoky quartz crystal is both cleansing and relaxing. You sink deeply. You have your seeds to plant, my dear. It is your turn. It is your time. These seeds will be held and nurtured by the maiden of the waters. Virgo. These seeds are yours. What do you wish? What do you wish before you enter the eclipse 1 month from now? Begin to allow your heart to pour images, colors, sensations, and shapes out of it as if birthing. What do you want? What don't you want? Let it come up, let it come out. Be yes, be welcoming, be accepting. This is fine. This is now. This is here. This is me. I'm all that I have been. And I'm all that every life has been. And there is no shame, and there is no guilt, and there is no fear to be me. I am that I am. And now I let it come to my heart. No longer is my heart broken. It is unified. And I bury deep in this incredible new moon. I'm ready for change. Uranus, infuse my seeds and allow them to awaken, to transform, to change, to shapeshift, to transmute even. The violet flame moves through it all, transmuting and reconnecting, infusing and enlightening. Now you feel the crystals around you drawing from you magnetically who you were. It's drawn from you. You are remaining the clear crystal in the center. No darkness is within me. I am the light. I am the light. And so it is. I enter the dark and I am nourished. I am held. I am infused and I am guided. And I never, ever become the dark. I am the light. The light is within me always, always, always. I call on the sacred 7 lives of my past and the moons that we've shared, the medicine that we knew. Together as one again, these pillars will shine. I am calling these sacred pillars of my divine soul's profile, the purpose, the structure. This is a divine structure. It is built in the ethers. I go here every night. My other lives go here too, together. We are communing. We are learning each other's languages. We are tuning to each other's frequencies. We may not see or hear or feel each other yet. However, we are here. We are one. Tonight and every night through this new moon until 3 days from the peak, I walk in my dreams with these 7 sacred lives, these 7 sacred seeds, these 7 soul seeds, powers that have been hidden, that have been removed, punished, criticized. Their value has been tarnished. And I'm opening the treasury. Now allow the energies of change to come through the beautiful moon, the darkness that holds you, nourishing you. Allow the crystal that you are to come back into this place and time. And relax, 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 relax. Drift slowly. The new moon is with you, holding you. Every night, listen to this. Every night, walk with your 7 sacred soul lives. Let these become seeds planted in this new moon. They will come to fruition before the eclipse, and you will have 7 sacred powers, 7 sacred connections, 7 evolved lives, freed powers, and healed wounds. This is a gift. Accept it fully. Breathe back into your body. Relax. I accept, I receive, I become, I download. I am that I am. EA, Escher, EA. And so it is. Namaste. We give great thanks for this beautiful meditation for the new moon, for these blessings from our 7 sacred powers in our lives, in our soul, for the assistance in planting them in our beautiful, beautiful life. We acknowledge Pele and the new land that is coming forth on Earth, on Gaia, and within us. We honor the earthquake in Morocco. We send everyone everywhere love and this nurturing, that everyone may be protected, guided, loved, connected to their inner authority, trusting that regardless of what is happening in our lives in any moment, there is a divine love, and this is our moment to change. May this circle be open yet unbroken, and the peace and beauty of this beautiful new moon go with us in our breath, in our touch, in our thoughts, in our words, in our steps, in our choices, and so namaste and thank you. Have a beautiful and blessed day. And make sure you check out the spiritual weather report and the multidimensional meditations, the playlists here, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you click. I tried to go live today, wouldn't work. So we made the recording for you, and I hope you enjoy it. Please share. Namaste.